Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely the hardest thing about kind of the world we live in is reinventing the concept of workplace. We've been burned, right? We've hired people remotely, looking at their resume, talking to references, getting a sense that we thought they were self-starters and driven, to find out that some of them had full-time jobs elsewhere and we're kind of trying to milk the system. It's a challenge. My co-founder, I've known since that program. He was actually a mentor of mine in that entrepreneurship program. His name's Paul Allen. He was the founder of Ancestry. And we, all these years later, have stayed together as friends, and he was a mentor of mine. We were early adopters of Slack and Zoom and collaboration tools, Asana. And so we were kind of already deeply into that stuff well before the pandemic. Even before COVID-19, I had 2,000 Zoom cloud recordings saved on Zoom servers. So that tells you kind of how heavy of a user we were of this. But we've built a lot of what we're doing as a company in terms of using AI to improve performance in the workplace is based on the struggles and challenges we've had. But one of the most dynamic things we've done is I'm half Filipino. My parents spent a lot of time kind of serving in the Philippines, nonprofit work and church work over there. And so we started hiring people in the Philippines because we didn't like that when we would stop working, nothing would happen at the company until we woke up. So today we have 20 full-timers in the Philippines. And when I'm done working on something, I hand it off to someone over there. I wake up and it's miles ahead of where it would have been. And so learning that there are advantages to being fully virtual. We found an exceptional voice computing developer to do Alexa and Google Assistant stuff in Nicaragua. We found him on Upwork. He did one little project, turned out to be one of our best developers, and we get him at a fraction of the cost of a US developer. And so we can really hire anywhere in the world. Of course, hiring anywhere in the world is harder. It's harder to manage them. But we put a lot into kind of transparency, candor, and self-accountability at SOAR. So all of our calls, internally and externally, are all recorded on Zoom, and they're all uploaded through our Zoom Marketplace app into our internal cloud, so anyone can listen to anyone else's Zoom recording. And we've got full text search on any device. So I can say to Google Assistant on my desk, what did Paul say to this person in their meeting about this topic? And it will pull up a clip, 2 or 3 minutes of what he said to that person in that meeting. And so that's our technology that we built, because we realized if I can't be at every meeting he goes to, or we can't sit next to each other at a desk, I need ways into their work and what they're saying and what they're doing so that we're on the same page. And so even though we sit thousands of miles apart, we're remarkably on the same page. And sometimes he'll mention things to me about a meeting I had, and I forget that he's got access to all of my meetings as well. And I'll say, oh yeah, that was a great meeting. I meant to tell you about that. And he's like, don't worry about it. I saw the whole thing, and we can watch it 4x speed. So there's ways that technology can enable you to do more virtually.